For more than 30 years that in SIBS existence, the concerns with accessibilities for people with disabilities and also visual impaired, it's in SIBS ADN. And this is reflected on the ATM's physical requirements and also on POS physical requirements. For instance, the heights of the devices have to be measured into a particular distance in order for people in a wheelchair to be able to access all the devices in a comfortable way. For people with visual impaired disabilities, for instance, there exist labels with braille inscriptions that makes it easier to identify the devices on the ATM. The customer keyboard, for instance, has a raised dot that identifies key number 5, which makes it easier to locate the remaining keys. Cancel keys, continue keys, and also the correction keys has also raised information that makes it easier to recognize this type of keys. When a card is inserted, for instance, the ATM uses sensors to detect the correct position of the card, make it easier for people with visual impaired disabilities to recognize the correct position of the card when it is inserted. The raised dot makes particularly important because it is possible, pressing this key, to switch the ATM into a high contrast mode, make it easier for people with visual disabilities to recognize the inscriptions. Also, the audio makes a particular important role because it guides people to perform the operations. SIBS has major concerns with accessibility, so therefore we are always looking for improvements to make the access to these services more easier to everybody.